Hello, this is Lynn coming live again from Louie's Red Velvet Lounge. Louie couldn't join us here today. He's taking a nap. Today we're going to have a look at integrating technology into the classroom and ways that support the ISTE standards. In this process, we'll consider the results of a survey of teachers regarding what factors they keep in mind when integrating a specific technology into their classroom. Then I'll analyze the teacher's technology-enabled lesson plan, and finally, we'll look at questions teachers ask themselves before introducing a new technology to their classroom. When we discuss classroom technology, it's good to keep in mind that it's possible that the student will be more tech-savvy than the teacher. This morning I saw an 8 or 9-year-old Thai student sitting on the curb in his student uniform, smartphone in hand, looking at his phone, waiting for the bus. We're all connected to the larger world in that same way. Teachers have smartphones, laptops, they make constant use of technology. The ISTE standards are designed to help educators become more effective at utilizing that technology in collaboration with their peers so as to enable students to become empowered learners, self-directed learners, ready for the larger world when they leave school. In this short video, we won't have time to look at all teachers' responses to the questions, but it's noteworthy that on the more straightforward questions, their answers were often unanimous. For example, all of the teachers were strongly encouraged to, but not required, to use technology in their daily lesson plans. All of them use technology to communicate with their students and their peers and the parents. All of them embraced technology in the classroom and acknowledged its value to teaching. None voiced any worries about the widespread use of technology in the classroom. They all saw it as a positive. All of them viewed net etiquette as a nuisance, not unlike old-fashioned bullying, and they also, commented on the need for intellectual property rights. All of them believe that technology can be very helpful in holding the attention of their students these days. One elementary school teacher had several technologies woven into their daily lesson plan, which we'll look at in more detail in a minute. They involve YouTube, Prezi, vocabulary, PowerPoint, and she says that they prompt children to be more interested in the material, to more spontaneously lend a hand to their classmates, and to be more collaborative in the classroom. She also used a smartboard excuse me, to project her own monitor for the entire classroom. She laughingly added that they use dry erasers on whiteboards when the tech goes south, but added that her students, and I quote, don't do very well with paper and a pencil. Another of my interviewees used a different assortment of technology, including furniture with collaborative learning in mind, kidney-shaped tables that enabled everyone to face each other and more easily talk to one another and talk to the teacher. Her lesson plans involved starfall.com, spellingcity.com, funbrain.com, that all offered a variety of reading comprehension, math skills, vocabulary. All of them allow each child to engage the program at their own speed and also allow the teacher to work individually with each student in turn. She added, and this reminded me of the Khan Academy approach, that most programs automatically increase the complexity of the problems when it sees the student has gained mastery over the simpler material. All three of the teachers utilized Class Dojo for parent-student communication, and one also used Google Classroom because it allowed the parents to monitor the child's progress without having to wait for teacher input. I asked my teachers if they thought technology in the classroom produces students that are more effective critical thinkers. And I interviewed one performance art teacher who replied that not necessarily, but flexible and open-minded teacher in conjunction with the right technology can shortcut the student into that desired state of self-directed discovery learning, quote unquote. This she identified as a point where software can give students that leeway to take things in the direction of their own interest. And again, I quote, in the direction of their own interest. These are pretty high-level creative decisions as I see it, and they come from a self-directed learning student who used critical thinking skills. The teacher facilitated the learning outcome for the student by effectively utilizing technology that led the student to the successful outcome. In the process, the distinction between student and teacher becomes unimportant as they collaborate to achieve these learning goals. All of these are ISTE standards. Finally, I shall review a lesson plan to analyze activities in support of the ISTE standards. The daily plan prepared for a 6th grade level reading class where they read a short fiction story and then evaluated the dialogue for emotional impact, and then talked about understanding that rising plot and the elements that made that come to a climax. After they discussed that, the teacher broke the class into smaller groups where they identified themes inferred by the text, created a thesis statement from the text, and discussed those various themes to understand the possibility that their classmates' views of a text might significantly differ from their own. In this class, those students learned and mastered that topic of recognizing the plot and its thematic implications. The teacher and students utilized technology as they needed in the lesson plan to assist in gathering that information. By that I mean that they watched videos concerning the particular story, the development of a plot, the emotional impact of dialogue, and those sorts of things. And then they worked in small collaborative groups where they discussed their peers' diverse cultural understandings of the written text and discussed different themes identified within that text. All of these are ISTE standards. Finally, before I introduce a new technology into the classroom, I consider these questions. Do I know how to use it? Does it enhance student learning? Do I have a backup plan if the technology fails? Does it promote student collaboration and encourage independent thinking? And will it improve the students' critical thinking skills? That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be in touch later from Louis' Red Velvet Lounge. Thanks for joining us.